An investigation continues after a targeted shooting in downtown Madison. We're learning more information about the two people arrested in connection to that incident.
Plus, we're learning new details about a crash on the Beltline that left one person dead.
And Russian officials claim Ukraine attacked an oil depot in Russia, but Ukraine denies responsibility. How the attack could upend peace talks between the two as the war stretches into yet another week. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
There's clearly other ways to do just about everything other than shoot someone with a gun.
Well, we have team coverage tonight following a deadly shooting in downtown Madison.
Officers have arrested two suspects, Damon, Cummins, and Eamon Gaultney. We still don't know the victim's name, just that he was in his 30s and he was from Madison. Brady Mallory begins our team coverage with the charges that they'll likely face. Brady?
But first, these two were listed as persons of interest. 2 days after the shooting, police believe they have enough evidence for them to face criminal charges. Today, police confirmed the jail had just released the victim when someone shot him. Investigators found at least 12 bullet casings at the scene. A nearby officer tried to give first aid, but the victim died later at the hospital. Cummins is facing first-degree intentional homicide, possession of heroin with the intent to distribute, possession of a machine gun, and obstructing officers. Gaultney's charges include first-degree intentional homicide as a party to the crime, eluding police and obstructing officers. Both have yet to be formally charged. The city of Madison is just 48 hours removed from its first homicide of 2022. That's police shooting. Police Chief Sean Barnes says this was premeditated, pre-planned, and a targeted incident. Our Brad Hamilton is live downtown tonight with the community's reaction. Brad?
Stunning and brazen. Not just the words from Madison's police chief, but also how Max and Jim Carpenter described Wednesday's shooting. An unthinkable tragedy just steps away from where they work. All is quiet on South Carroll Street today, and Jim Carpenter wants it to stay that way.
I hope this is a one and done. Hope it'll never happen again.
But on Wednesday, South Carroll Street became a place of chaos. Just after 5 p.m., a man in his 30s was shot and killed shortly after walking out of the Dane County Jail.
You can go see where the shots hit the building. They've got them all circled. So it's, yeah, it's pretty startling.
Carpenter says that he was not working at the time of the shooting, but his son Max was. Max initially believed the sound of gunfire was just a car backfiring or some type of firework. He remained inside the apartment complex until he heard someone screaming for help.
Well, you just don't expect things like that to happen in daytime. Maybe you don't expect things like that to happen anywhere in the city at all.
In the 2 days since, the police chief has pledged more patrols, security, and even offered his officers to escort people to their cars. It's something that Jim Carpenter would not have believed possible until now.
Pretty amazing, quite frankly. As the police chief said, it's pretty brazen to do it right in front of the Madison Central Police Department.
And if you want any more information about this entire incident, our web team has incredible coverage online at channel3000.com.
Brad Hamilton reporting live. Brad, thank you.
Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out on the weather patio. Gary?
Yeah, it's sunny out here and actually feels pretty nice, but we have another alert day in the forecast for the possibility for accumulating snow late tonight. Visible cloud track shows the sunshine around here, but there are clouds to our north and west and some snow and rain starting to show up across parts of western Minnesota. That will be heading in our direction later on tonight. Low temperatures this morning dropped into the lower to middle 20s. Temperatures right now are near their highs for the day, right in the middle 40s. 45 right now in Madison. A little warmer to the west, a little colder to the east. But on future track, the clouds will move in later on tonight, beginning around midnight, and then notice the rain and snow developing out to the west early by tomorrow morning. Snowing during parts of the morning tomorrow before mixing with and changing to rain by afternoon. And we could be looking at several inches of accumulation. There is a winter weather advisory for Grant County from 3 a.m. until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So look for skies to turn cloudy tonight. Rain and snow will develop late tonight and then change to snow for a time tomorrow morning before changing back to rain showers by tomorrow afternoon with a high of 40. I'll tell you how much snow we can expect in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Peace talks between Russia and Ukraine have resumed after another attempt to rescue civilians from the port city of Mariupol broke down. Those talks could be in jeopardy after Russia accused Ukraine of launching a cross-border helicopter attack on an oil depot. Ukrainian officials have denied responsibility. A Russian ammunition depot was also attacked earlier this week.
The attacks on the Russian territory, they just reflect the real intention of the Ukrainian side and the real intention for any peace talks.
We know who the aggressor is. That is President Putin and Russia.
An international Red Cross team says it'll try again to reach Mariupol tomorrow to evacuate civilians. Ukrainian officials on the ground say Russians broke their promise to create a safe humanitarian corridor. Meanwhile, Russian forces have left the Chernobyl nuclear site, and representatives from the UN nuclear watchdog organization are headed there now. They say the general radiation level around the decommissioned power plant is normal.
As the conflict rages on in Ukraine, one family fleeing the invasion has found shelter in the Madison area. We brought you their story of escape last night, and now we're sitting down to talk about what's next for them in the United States. For the American people and the world, theirs is a cry for help.
Please help us. Please close the sky. Please close the sky of Ukraine, because we are in danger. Bombs are coming. This is the begging of Ukrainian people.
Because not only military people die, not only army dies,
civilians.
but they destroy schools, kindergartens, even hospitals.
This Sunday on For the Record, I'll join host Naomi Coles and we'll sit down with our Ukrainian guests for an extended conversation. It airs Sunday at 10:30 right after Face the Nation. The United Nations says poverty has reached a breaking point in Afghanistan, and some parents are taking drastic steps out of desperation. Humanitarian aid is on the way, but the UN says it's not coming fast enough for the 9 million on the brink of starvation. Officials say some have had to turn into selling their body parts, like kidneys and even children, to put food on the table. After years of drought and war, and the war in Ukraine driving up grain prices, it's estimated 95% of Afghans don't have enough to eat. The U.S. has pledged another $204 million in aid to the country to help humanitarian efforts.
Pope Francis is apologizing to Indigenous peoples for the deplorable abuses they suffered in Canada's residential schools. The Pope asked for forgiveness for the Roman Catholic Church's role in erasing their cultures from the 19th century up until the 1970s. More than 150,000 Native children were forced to attend state-funded Christian schools where many suffered abuse and malnutrition. Pope Francis also plans to visit Canada in July and speak to members of the Métis, the Inuit, and First Nations communities. Michigan officials say Amari Goodall has waived his right to an extradition hearing. The 19-year-old charged in connection with a deadly shooting outside Beloit Memorial High School in January. 19-year-old Jayon Broomfield was killed in that incident. Goodall was arrested in Holland, Michigan earlier this week. It's unclear when he will be extradited to Wisconsin. Monona police confirm one person died in a single vehicle crash on the Beltline last night. Officers arrived at the scene just before 8 and found 2 nurses providing medical aid to 2 adult passengers who had gone into cardiac arrest. Investigators say they may have overdosed. A young child who was also in the vehicle was not hurt in the crash. The 66-year-old driver of the vehicle was arrested on tentative charges of 5th offense OWI with a passenger under the age of 16 and operating while revoked. Republican Senator Ron Johnson talked about critical race theory and education in Madison today.
Senator Johnson said this was part of a series of listening sessions that he is doing around the state. Political reporter Will Keneally caught up with him after the event. Will?
Definitely. So Johnson deferred most of the talking to concerned parents who say schools are largely cutting them out in decisions on their children's education. Many said that they wanted to avoid indoctrination of their children on issues like race. Johnson said he wants to shine light on their concerns.
I think there's some real concern about our public school system not listening to parents, not hearing their voices, not hearing their concerns, a lack of accountability. That should concern us all.
Johnson was also critical of transgender policies in schools, pushing for more parental involvement if a student comes out to a teacher, for example. Earlier this month, he was critical of trans women competing in women's sports and said that trans women using women's bathrooms was, quote, creepy. Education will prove to be a key issue heading into the 2022 election, not only as Republicans campaign in the fall, but also next week as school board races in the area will be on the ballot next Tuesday.
All right, Will, thank you.
Thank you, Will. The International Save a Life Tour visited Cambria Friesland High School today. The Safe Driving program teaches students about the dangers of driving distracted or impaired and the importance of wearing seatbelts. Students got to experience firsthand what it's like to drive while texting or impaired through the program's virtual reality simulators.
When they're first getting their license, they're first, trying that out. Sometimes they don't realize the power behind that machine that they're getting behind the wheel of. They're eating while they're driving, they're texting while they're driving, the distracted driving. And, you don't want that wake-up call to be when something really bad happens.
After the program, students were given pledge cards and wristbands to promise to drive carefully. You might want to check your cabinets. 2 Suave antiperspirant sprays have been recalled. The Food and Drug Administration says slight levels of benzene, a cancer-causing material, were found in Suave 24-hour protection aerosol antiperspirants in both the fresh and powder scents. Officials say the carcinogen could lead to blood cancer and leukemia, and anyone with the products should throw them out.
Starting today, you can vote for your favorite local businesses for consideration for Best of Madison 2022. This is the second round of Best of Madison. Unlike round 1, in round 2 of final voting, you'll only be able to vote once per category. Those in Dane County and surrounding counties, you can vote. You just go to channel3000.com. That voting will run until April 30th. And next at 5, a major milestone for Amazon workers in New York.
The facility becomes the company's first to unionize. Could this pave the way for other facilities? And later, a closer look at why maple syrup farmers are having a little trouble with this year's crop. Could it cause a shortage? We'll have details at 6.
And the second quarter begins on Wall Street. Positive territory today. The Dow up 140 points. NASDAQ adds 41. The S&P gains 15. And we'll be right back.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Spring Semi-Annual Sale is happening right now. For a limited time only, save up to 40% off clearance and special buy appliances. Plus, pay no interest for 12 months. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart, inside Ashley off the Beltline at East Springs Drive.
Stock up during the Hy-Vee Meat, Seafood, and Deli Sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Fresh Tyson chicken leg quarters, only 59 cents a pound. Hormel Always Tender Pork Spare Ribs, just $1.98 a pound. USDA Choice Beef Brisket, only $3.77 a pound. And Hy-Vee Fish Market Raw Easy Peel Shrimp, only $3.99. Don't miss the Meat, Seafood, and Deli Sale, only at Hy-Vee. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox today.
People said we couldn't run a successful business using progressive values, but that's exactly what we did. That's how we built the Bucks Arena. We made sure our minority and women-owned businesses were able to grow with it, paying good wages, using materials made in Wisconsin, all done in an environmentally sustainable way. That's the type of thinking we need in the U.S. Senate. We're not going to just talk about issues. I'm going to go to Washington and deliver. I'm Alex Lazary, and I approve this message.
Ashley's Spring Semi-Annual Sale is happening now. Spruce up this season with store-wide furniture savings. For a limited time, discounts up to 54% off. Plus, get an additional 10% off and pay no interest for 36 months. It's the Spring Semi-Annual Sale, only at Ashley.
Tonight at 6, new developments in Wednesday's shooting outside the Dane County Jail. 2 men are in custody now facing charges. And the International Save a Life Tour visits Wisconsin. How the program is educating students on safe driving. That's tonight at 6.
Want to know what the weather is like right now where you live? Download the First Warn Weather app and I'll give you my hour-by-hour forecast.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki is expected to step down from the position at the end of the month. Psaki has served as press secretary since President Biden took office in January of 2021. Officials say she is now in advanced contract negotiations with cable news giant MSNBC. Psaki will reportedly host a show for the network's streaming platform as well as regular news shows. Psaki and MSNBC have not commented about the report. Warehouse workers at New York's Amazon facility have voted in favor of forming the first U.S. union in the tech giant's 27-year history. Workers at the Staten Island facility voted in favor of forming a union with a newly established organization called Amazon Labor Union. It was started by current and former warehouse employees. Union efforts around the country began after worker frustrations with Amazon's treatment of employees amid the pandemic. Well, 2 years after the pandemic took hold, leading to a loss of 22 million jobs, federal labor statistics released today show the country is recovering.
Hundreds of thousands of jobs were added in March. Wages increased. More Americans are also returning to the office. Gloria Pasmino breaks down the numbers.
431,000 jobs added in March and unemployment down to a pandemic-era low of 3.6%. Two of the strongest signs that America's labor market is roaring back.
It means that our economy has gone from being on the mend to being on the move.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics released its report Friday showing a strong first quarter for the labor market. There was an average monthly gain of more than 500,000 jobs, making March the 15th straight month of strong job gains. A steady increase in consumer demand combined with the return to normalcy as coronavirus cases decline and restrictions are lifted helped fuel the job growth. Leisure and hospitality industries as well as retail and manufacturing all saw some of the biggest gains.
And that's good news for millions of families who have a little more breathing room and the dignity that comes from earning a paycheck.
The number of people working remotely also declined. And in good news for workers, wages increased by 5.6% over the past year. But despite the sunny outlook, there is cause for concern.
The concern is that with the invasion to Ukraine, how it's going to impact the global supply chain.
Recovery numbers are also a sign of post-pandemic era inflation, triggered in part by international events. While your paycheck may be increasing, everything else is getting more expensive. I'm Gloria Pasmino reporting.
Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti and your forecast, Gary.
Well, we got an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow morning. We're going to see just kind of like the last snow, a brief period of maybe 3, 4, 5 hours of some accumulating snow across parts of our viewing area. That'll happen late tonight into early tomorrow morning. Right now we're thinking about 1 to 4 inches of snow at the heaviest amounts over southwestern Wisconsin, west and southwest of Madison, but a lot of that is going to be temperature dependent and timing dependent on the precipitation. We're already starting to see it break out in the form of rain and snow across parts of western Minnesota. When it gets here again, it could be in a mixture of rain and snow and maybe just briefly change over to a period of snow, but the timing on this is such that the accumulating snow will probably start over southwestern Wisconsin first. That's why winter weather advisory is in effect for Grant County as well as parts of Iowa and northwestern Illinois from 3 a.m. until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. As the precipitation moves eastward, the temperatures start to warm up, and so the snow probably won't accumulate as much. And you can see this on Future Track. Here comes the rain and snow tonight. This is early tomorrow morning. By 6 a.m., probably changing over to mainly snow or a mixture of rain and snow, but by noon it's pretty much over with, other than a few rain showers that continue into the afternoon. Then look for dry weather for tomorrow night into much of the day Sunday, and then here comes rain on Sunday, but watch what happens again Sunday night. Could see a mixture of rain and snow for a brief period of time, especially north of Madison, where there could be some minor snow accumulations, and then that system pulls out later in the day on Monday. As far as snowfall, again, we're probably looking at about a 1 to maybe 3 or 4 inches over far southwestern Wisconsin. This time to the north and east, that's probably where the lesser amounts amounts of snow will be. And then the next system for Sunday night into Monday morning favors more into northern and central Wisconsin, with the possibility for fairly significant snow accumulations there, probably an inch or less from Madison southward, maybe a couple of inches areas north of Madison where temperatures will be a little bit colder. We're still pretty chilly, although having the sunshine brought temperatures out of the 30s yesterday back into the 40s today. The 50s and 60s are to the south and west, but the next cold front already starting to cut that off, and that's with that area of rain and snow out to the north and west that'll be moving in here. So again, we just can't break this pattern. Upper level winds are starting to shift back to the west and northwest, and that'll bring in colder weather for the weekend. Winter weather advisory, Grant County from 3 a.m. until 10 a.m. Saturday morning. Tonight, look for rain and snow to develop overnight, low temperature dropping to 31. Tomorrow, snow in the morning, changing to rain showers in the afternoon with a high temperature of 40. Future track, again, the precipitation coming in late tonight into tomorrow, a brief period of snow, then back to rain showers in the afternoon. Temperatures climbing to around 40. Dry weather tomorrow night, and then Sunday, the rain comes in late in the afternoon with high temperatures in the middle 40s. Snowfall amounts 1 to perhaps as much as 3 or 4 inches over southwestern Wisconsin. 7 to 10 day forecast, a little warmer early next week with mainly rain showers, although there could be some flurries of snow at night when temperatures are closer to freezing. Temperatures dip a little bit at the end of the week, then start rising for the start of the following week with some rain showers at that time. As we check out first warn traffic, right now in the Beltline, it's a Friday. This is the view of the Beltline at Park Street, kind of a blurry view there, but you can see traffic kind of slowing down again right around Park Street and also around Monona Drive. So the eastbound Beltline right now, about an 18-minute trip from University Avenue to the interstate, 15 minutes back in the westbound direction. No problems on I-3990 from the Beltline southward to Janesville or US 12 from Middleton to Sauk City. Downtown to Sun Prairie, East Washington Avenue and US 151 is a 17-minute trip. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Thank you, Gary. The Grammy Awards will be handed out Sunday night on CBS live from Las Vegas. How producers are promising a show unlike any other. That's coming up next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk so they can actually see how this works. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
Yeah.
You would,
I mean,
your morning routine.
It absolutely could be a daily thing, but the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. Apply it underneath your eyes, fine line wrinkles, forehead lines. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about.
We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The countdown is on for Sunday's 64th Grammy Awards. This year's show will be like no other.
Producers say it will feel like a pre-pandemic production, and it's taking place in Las Vegas for the first time. Danya Backus has the latest from Las Vegas.
Rehearsals are underway, and crews are working out the final details for music's biggest night. For the first time ever, the Grammy Awards will be handed out in Las Vegas. Producers say the setting at the MGM Grand Garden Arena is intimate with a pre-pandemic feel. Silk Sonic, BTS, Lady Gaga, and Chris Stapleton are among those set to perform on the Grammy stage.
So many great different kinds of music are represented, and you might find something that you didn't think that you liked.
The Grammy-nominated duo, the Brothers Osborne, are also performing.
When you get in this room, you're playing to your peers in all genres and all of music. Icons, lots of them. So it is, the heat is on.
Carrie Underwood is nominated for 2 Grammys. She's also debuting a new song.
Well, I can't give away too much about my performance, but, it's just exciting to perform a new song that I love.
Yeah. John Baptiste leads the nominations with 11.
But this year in particular, it's really something that everybody who knows just as well as I do what it takes to do what we do said that this is something that I feel is Grammy worthy. This is something that I feel like it should rise to the top and be seen.
The Grammys will air and stream live from coast to coast. As viewers of the Oscars witnessed, anything can happen on live television. Grammy producers say they're prepared.
What do we do if X, Y, and Z happens? Yeah. And I think it just makes you have that conversation so that you're more ready for things when it can go right or wrong.
Host Trevor Noah will also be there to keep the show on track for the 2nd year in a row.
Music's biggest night starts Sunday, 7 o'clock, right here on CBS.
And we're back with a final check of your weekend First Warn forecast in just a moment.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now at 5.
PB and J? PB before we go. P before we go. P before we go.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Menards is your one-stop destination for all things flooring. And right now, you'll save 11% on all of it. We have a great selection from all the top brands, including Great Lakes and Tarkett. Great Lakes vinyl plank is waterproof and has an attached pad for quick installation. Tarkett laminate flooring is durable and easily clicks together. Right now, all Great Lakes and Tarkett flooring is 11% off. Get 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the power swabs.
I think white teeth are absolute sexy magnets. I love it.
The power swabs have really made a huge difference on the entire quality and color of my teeth, and I'm very, very happy with them.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth for hot drinks, ice cream, anything hot or cold. Really, really sensitive teeth. With the power swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It is so fast. It is effective.
Great thing about power swabs is that it's just easy to use. To me, it's the best solution for teeth whitening on the market.
Introducing Power Swabs, the 5-minute stain removing and whitening treatment. Apply the Step 1 stain removing cleanser. Use the swab to get in between teeth, around edges, as the blue cleansing detergent is thin enough to get into pores to release stains. Open Swab 2. Duplicate the process. Instantly see up to a full 2-shade difference. That's powerful. Forget gooey trays. Save a fortune on electronics. Forget slippery strips. Imagine your teeth up to 6 shades whiter in a week. Call or visit us online now, and we'll send you the complete Power Swab system. 7 cleansing swabs, 7 Power Swab foaming whitening swabs. Thanks for celebrating hundreds of thousands of satisfied smiles. We're offering them to you right now for this incredible discount. We'll pay your shipping and handling. If you're not fully satisfied, even after day 1, return it for your money back. Laugh more, smile more, enjoy life more. Call right now or go online now, and we've been authorized for a limited time to include our on-the-go Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick. It's a $19.95 value, free. With this complete offer, you are saving over 40%. Call or go online now. Brighten your smile and your life now.
We rocks in the treetop all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing this song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin going tweet, 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 rockin' robin.
On this Friday night, an encouraging jobs report with unemployment at near pre-pandemic levels. We will look at which industries saw the biggest gains and what it means for American job seekers. Plus, a look at what's causing the rise in violent crime across the country. And Steve Hartman goes on the road with a story of a forgotten love song and the devoted grandson who brought it to life 6 decades later. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Gary's back. Final check of the forecast.
Sunny out there right now. It actually feels pretty nice, but you can see rain and snow across Minnesota heading in our direction. Temperatures right now, middle 40s. I'll notice a lot colder closer to Lake Michigan. There is a winter weather advisory for Grant County from 3 a.m. until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning for 1 to perhaps as much as 3 or 4 inches of snow over southwestern Wisconsin. Look for a low of 31 with rain and snow developing overnight, changing to rain showers tomorrow. Tomorrow's high at 40.
CBS Evening News is next. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.